My name is Jordan, and I'm a licensed structural engineer in Washington State, and I provide structural engineering designs for residential buildings, and have been for over 10 years now. Over those past 10 years, I've created this engineering system of how I do my structural drawings. This is all from scratch. Everything I do is in Revit. I don't use it for 3D design. I started with 3D design with it, but I found that it's actually much better for 2D design. Reason is because I found that Revit is so much more intuitive when it comes to detail organization, sheets, placing details on sheets, drafting details. I mean, Revit is what AutoCAD wants to be. Like Revit is an AutoCAD, a friendly version of AutoCAD, where you have all the same commands and everything of AutoCAD, but Revit's going to make it basically the intuitive interface you always wanted to have. I'll show you here. This is my cover sheet. This is also something I made. I have a sheet index here that auto-populates that I make over here, so I don't have to update this every time. It just updates itself. This is where I put a 3D perspective of my designs in here. So if I'm working with an architect or I'm making 3D designs, I'll put that right here as kind of a initial, this is what the project is, sort of a thing. Title goes here. This date, I have to change this every time, but I have it set up so where if I change it here on the title block, it updates on every single sheet after this. So I don't have to go through every individual sheet and update it. I just update it once and it updates for the whole set. I put the foundation and framing plans up top, and then everything, all of my schedules, my notes, my lists, everything goes beneath that here. I'm able to go into my legends here, and I'm able to drag and drop them onto my sheet. So, say for instance I want to put foundation notes, which I would want to for this project. I could just drag and drop it here. I want a hold down schedule for the project, which I often do. Boom, hold down schedule. It all lives in here as an organization, and I'm able to drag it and drop it onto the sheet. So if I want, say, roof truss at the scissor truss at the exterior wall, I'm able to drop it onto the sheet like that. Any of these details, and I've got hundreds in here. Isolated footing, boom, it's on the sheet, and it's automatically numbered, which then gets referenced to the details on the plans, which here I'll show you that too. It's pretty handy. So if I go to the foundation roof framing here, you can see that I have a detail cut. If I double click this, it'll take me straight to the detail that it's referencing. This detail 2S30, if I go to here, that's this detail right here. If I delete this, and then I go back, it's trying to reference that detail. If I take it and I put it back on the sheet, which I'm not going to try and find it, but if I put it back on the sheet, it automatically populates it wherever it lands. So if I put it on a different sheet, it'll update the sheet number. If it becomes a different detail number here, so say it's like 44, boom, 44. So again, do you have this in AutoCAD? No, you don't. Like, this is a Revit specific thing, and I love it because it just saves so many headaches. Let's see what else we got. Grids. Let's talk about grids. So this is my foundation plan. This is my roof framing plan. They align vertically in Revit, even though it's a 2D drawing. So if I move this grid here, which you can see is on the roof framing plan as well. If I move it, it moves on the roof framing plan too. That way when you're copy and pasting stuff between sheets that they're going to align. So let's say I have a 6x6 post in the wall right here, and I want to see where it lands on the foundation plan. I just copy it, Control C, and then go over the foundation plan, and then modify, paste the line to current view, boom, there it is. Exactly where it is on this plan, it's been copied over to this plan, which I think is, as a structural engineer and trying to see how load paths align, that's perfect. Oftentimes what I'll do is if I'm designing a multi-story building, I'll take the bearing walls, we copy and paste those straight onto the sheets, and I'm able to see exactly where they align and how loads transfer throughout the building. That's an essential part of what I do.